No vlog last week. Let's just get that out of the way. I had a really hard week. I just like mental health wise, I guess. Nothing I felt like recording, and I really kind of took some time and did some self-care and worked on some stuff personally. That's why there was no vlog last week. I went down a pound, which I'm so stoked about. This week I expect either maybe a pound loss or to stay the same. I was on my period this week, which always, you know, you get it. If you get it, you get it. Things are good. I just want to quickly also say I have been getting a lot of new support and new subscribers and a lot of comments and everything, and I'm overwhelmed in the best way possible by everyone being supportive and being so kind, and yeah, it means so much to me. I was so scared to come back and just be real with you guys about what's going on and the weight gain and all of that, and it's just really nice to feel it's nice to have that fear that I was feeling be a little bit disproved. You know, I've gotten a lot of questions and a lot of requests to talk about things. I'm going to talk about them later in the vlog, and I just am really excited to be back, and it's so fun to see all the old names, not calling you guys old, but everyone who was a part of my journey, like last time around, I guess, 1.0. It's really nice to see all of your names again, and it's really, really cool to see everyone new too. I'm so excited to have you guys be a part of this journey. But yeah, this week I am still doing Noom. I ended up deciding to purchase a plan with them. I am really excited. Of course, I have like 100 pounds to lose plus, so it's gonna take a little while, but I went with like their 3-month plan just to see how it goes the next 3 months. I'm really enjoying it. I really like the fact that I have to sit down every day, read articles, take tests, communicate with a coach. I really enjoy that aspect of it. I feel like the accountability is helping, as well as just the education. It's different, and it's not just like a once a week thing. Like with these weigh-ins, for those of you who are new, my previous journey, you can go back and watch all my videos if you want. You don't have to. I'll explain it right now. I did OptiFast, which is like a medically supervised meal replacement plan, where I did pretty much all shakes and then some bars and some soups, but it was like a severe calorie deficit. I mean like 600 calories a day and I did that for like a good six plus months. And that's how I lost part of my weight. I lost the rest on my own without that. But I ended up having to go off of that because my body freaked out from losing weight so fast. With that program, I was weighing in weekly at this doctor's office, and I became really, really close to one of the nurses there, who was like, now I'd say like one of my really good friends, and the doctor there as well. He's so great. They truly like care about my journey. They pushed me to go off the OptiFast, and they pushed me to, take healthy actions and everything, and they've been there as like a support system throughout this whole weight journey. It took the pressure off of me at home, and I can get into an unhealthy cycle with it, but I'm really being careful with myself. and I'm weighing in there again. I'm not doing the OptiFast program. I'm not going to do that again, although sometimes I want to, because I want that instant gratification of getting the weight off, but I don't want the long-term effects because I'm still dealing with them. But yeah, so I'm still going into weigh in with them weekly. I still have a scale at home, but I weigh, I check in, but like I don't put, this is like the weigh in for the week. So that's where I'm going, and then I do plan on showing my weights. I'm not gonna weigh in weekly on camera like I did before. That was definitely part of the unhealthy cycle for me. It really, publicly saying that was it was a lot, and I'm not in a place where I can handle putting that kind of information out right now, but I will be letting you guys know when I reach certain milestones. So I will be putting in like my weigh-ins and then like counting down or whatever when I reach certain goals along my journey, and I will let you guys know what those are and everything when it gets to that time. Okay, back from my weigh-in. Went down a pound. Really happy about that. I thought I was not going to because of my period. But so happy about that. And that's it for right now. Hello everyone. So I wanted to close out this vlog. It's been a couple days. This week has been weird. I think I'm still just getting into the rhythm of making videos again. So bear with me. You guys have been so kind and so welcoming, and it's so nice to be back. But I wanted to close out this vlog and also answer your questions. I did put out a little post on my community tab to ask me any questions that you may have with what's going on right now with me and my weight loss journey. So I wanted to go through those and then finish out this vlog. So first things first, Rhiannon asked, I'd love to hear about your school plans and after possibly moving abroad. I can do a whole video talking about school and all of that if you guys would like, but a brief synopsis is I graduated. I had a Zoom graduation. I graduated with my associate's degree in film production with an emphasis in post-production and editing. And I have my associate's degree now, which is a huge accomplishment for me. I'm really proud of myself for that. I'm looking to finish my undergrad here or possibly abroad, just depending on circumstances with everything going on right now. If not, I'm looking into a master's program in the UK. So that is kind of the long-term goals for now, and I will share more as it happens. I did have a Zoom meeting this morning with a school in London, which was really exciting. That is very basic school info. Right now I'm just working at the same job I've had for like 4 or 5 years. It's not to do with video editing, but I do video editing freelance on the side. So I have like a clientele that I work for. Right now production is pretty much completely halted. So I really don't have anything to edit other than my own videos. But I'm really enjoying that, so. Sophie Peter wants to hear the game plan as far as like my ultimate goals. That deserves its own video. But ultimately right now, I want to get back down to like 200 or under. If you guys were part of my journey previously, you saw I got to 200, and then things kind of fell apart for me. And I went back to old habits. I remained very disconnected and not in tune with what I was doing to myself. And that's how I got back to this. So I want to get back down to a certain weight, but I also want to get back to a place where I'm confident, I feel good, I'm physically healthy, I am back to weightlifting, hopefully back to doing the Stairmaster. I miss it so much. And I actually have looked into buying a Stairmaster machine, but they're so expensive. Not going there. But I really miss that. So getting back to that and just feeling good. Like, I can already tell with the weight I have lost, I feel so much better than I did. But yeah, just keep on progressing. And as long as I have a plan, it's okay if the plan changes. But if I have a plan and I'm working on that plan, that's what matters. I may do like a longer video talking about what my real like specific goals are. If you guys would like that, let me know down below. Okay. Elaine asked a couple questions. Do you feel your confidence is tied to your weight? I'll answer that first. I'd like to say no, but yes, in a way. I'm not saying that's healthy. However, for me, when I am at a healthy place, for me that means a lower weight. That means a healthier weight. And when I'm feeling good about myself, when I'm feeling healthy, I feel more confident and I feel more myself. So I can even tell with the like 15 pounds I've lost so far that I already feel so much more like myself than I did 15 pounds heavier. So it can definitely get to a point where it gets unhealthy for sure. But in a way I do think it is tied to my weight, at least my like physical confidence. However, one of the things I'm focusing on this time around on my weight loss journey is not solely focusing my entire worth on my weight loss, on the number, on counting that down, on basing my entire identity and my entire worth on that, because I definitely did. And when things fell apart for me, and when I stopped being proactive and stopped being conscious and in the moment with my food and my weight, I kind of lost all confidence in myself, and that sucked. So I'm working this time around on developing other aspects of my life that I am confident in myself in, that's not tied to my weight, because I am not going to say I'm never going to gain the weight back, because that's what I did before and this is where I am. I'm going to say I'm going to choose to be aware every moment and do everything I can to remind myself how I feel when I don't have this excess weight holding me down. And I get it. Sometimes I wish mine wasn't, and I'm working to get to a place where it's not. But for me, confidence is inherently tied to how I feel and like my health. And when I'm feeling healthy, when I'm feeling good, then my confidence is like skyrocketed. So that's just like how it is. And it gets unhealthy sometimes for sure. But I think it's important to develop other areas of your life where you are confident in yourself that's outside of your weight. So that's super important, and that's something I'm working on. And how am I doing during the pandemic? It's hard. It's like, and I know absolutely I am in such a privileged place. And as a white female, I'm also privileged. And so I'm not going to compare to anyone else, because I know there are so many other people who are going through this and who are struggling. But for me personally, I've struggled. It's hard. It's isolating. It's it's scary. My anxiety has been really high, and I've had a couple panic attacks over fear of getting COVID, because I'm overweight and I have like a asthma, and so that puts me at a higher risk, and that's scary. So I'm doing okay. I'm in therapy twice a month, and I meet with a nutritionist or dietitian twice a month. And so I'm being proactive about both my mental and my physical health, but it is hard. I don't think anyone has this figured out. This isn't something any of us have been through, which in a way is kind of uniting in a way, since we're all isolated, but it's also kind of uniting because we're all going through it together. And I think that's where the power lies, is realizing that you're not truly alone. Even like for me, I'm self-quarantining in my house with my family, and I haven't seen like friends or anything, or gone out or traveled or anything, and that's hard, but I'm doing what I have to do to protect myself and others. And so I'm getting through it day by day. It's not easy. If you want to see more of I'm not necessarily going to get into politics, but I don't think the pandemic should be politicized, but if you want to see more of my opinion on that side of things, you can go to my Twitter, where I'm a little bit more stronger voiced in terms of like politics and that kind of thing. But I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing through all of this? I'd like to know, because communication is super important when we're all hanging out at home. Katya asked about daily weigh-in. You know, Katya, I can't speak for you specifically, but I know for me, I can certainly get to a place where where daily weigh-ins can feel unhealthy, which is why I do weigh in weekly at the doctor's office, which is very safe, by the way. It's very sanitized. They're being careful, I'm being careful. I go in, weigh in, and leave, and that's it. But I still have a scale at home, and I still do weigh in pretty much every morning just to keep like track. But it's not in an obsessive way. And I've definitely been there at a point in my life where I was obsessively weighing a couple times a day, participated in, eating disorders. And I think that's something I've covered in my channel before, but yeah, I've been there, and there's definitely a fine line. And for me, I don't look at it as like the determining factor. It's not, my weight in the morning isn't going to determine what I eat that day. It's not going to determine how much I eat that day. It's not going to determine how much I work out that day. It's just a way to check in and stay aware for me. And if I catch myself getting too overwhelmed or too focused, then I like cut back and I don't weigh in for a couple days, and that's okay too, because I have other ways of knowing what's going on with my body. And if I know I'm doing well, and if I know I'm eating the right foods and doing the right exercise, then I know that ultimately my body and my weight loss will show that. So I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, so I don't want to advise anyone. But that's just my own experience with weighing in daily. Okay, and the last question from Jenna is how I cleared my skin. That is a video I want to do because I worked really, really hard on it. It's definitely, I'm going through a little bit of a breakout right now because of my period, but it's so much better than it was. And it's so, that's another thing that my confidence was tied to, is when my skin was bad, I felt really bad about myself. But through caring for my skin and learning and educating myself about it, it has really helped. So I will do a whole video on it. I can say like my go-to daily routine is washing it twice a day. I use a toner twice a day. I use kind of like acid, not like very light acid, like hyaluronic acid and niacinamide, I think. Those are ones I use not daily, but a couple times a week. And then I do a weekly peel, and I do face masks whenever I feel like it, whenever I want to do a little pamper sesh. So, and then moisturize. I thought, because I would break out a lot, my skin was like too oily, I thought, and it was the opposite. Once I started moisturizing my face like 2-3 times a day, I stopped breaking out. So and then food has a huge part to play in that. Like if I have dairy or meat, which is very, very, very rare, I break out instantly. Well, not instantly, but like within like a day or two. And then so I have eggs. If I have too much eggs or too many eggs, I do, but not as bad as like meat or dairy. So that's that. I think I covered everything. I hope you guys like this vlog. I know it's kind of mishmashed. What I think moving forward, my goal is going to be is to vlog from like Monday to Friday or Saturday, and then upload the vlogs on Sunday. Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, Sundays are just more chill, even though I work sometimes. They're just more relaxed, and that's like the day I really like to watch like my favorite vloggers and my favorite YouTubers. I'll like save it in it. I'll save all the videos, so I'm gonna give it a shot and see how that works. Let me know if that works for you guys. Comment down below if Sundays are a good day for you. I was thinking maybe like Sundays at like 10 a.m. I'd upload it. And then I do want to get to a place where I am also doing like a secondary video, maybe like what I eat in a day, or a topic video. I don't know. If you guys have suggestions, let me know down below. I know this is going on for kind of long, but I really feel like I haven't just sat down and talked to you guys, and I've been kind of overwhelmed about like what to talk about. So having these questions to focus on really helped. And if there's anything you guys like want clarification on or want me to expand on, please let me know. I'd be happy to, of course. I think that is it for this video. One thing I'm going to say is it is so important to use your voice in the upcoming election. I'm just going to put it out there now, because this is one thing I will say about politics. I do not support the current president. There's so much I could say. Not voting for him. I don't necessarily like my other option. But at this point, it's a matter of changing things. So that's what I'm going to say on that. Like I said, more political stuff, Twitter. If you want just more of my like everyday life, you can check me out on Instagram, just @Zele, of course, linked below. And like I said, it's really important to use your voice this coming election, especially during the pandemic. Make sure you're registered to vote by mail. I will include links and resources down below if you are in the US. And if you are abroad, make sure to use your voice in whatever way you can. Let me know how things are going if you're not in the US. Let me know how things are going if you are in the US. How are you doing? Where are you located? What are things like for you? I know here in California, I am in a very right-wing area, which is kind of a struggle, but I use my voice. I have my own ways of showing what I believe in, including car stickers. Yeah, use your voice. I think it's so important, because we can change. We can make a change. It's literally up to us. I'm also going to include some links to some petitions and some charities and donation centers down below if you have or can either like donate to them or post about them, share them. Whatever you want to do is super awesome. Things that are important to me, I will include those down below, as well as my social media. I think that's it. I hope you guys like this little Q&A post vlog thing, and I will catch up with you guys next week. Don't forget, the only way to predict your future is to go out there and create it for yourself, and I will see you guys next time.